All right, so there's guys out there who say they want abs and they cut for a little while. As they start cutting, the hunger starts to get to them. They don't see results quick enough and they don't trust the process soon enough to give up. And then they'll make all kinds of excuses. Oh, I couldn't get lean. It was my bad genetics, bro. Whatever. Those guys don't get anywhere. Whereas there's other guys out there who decide they want to cut. They trust the process. They work hard and they get lean in no time. I'll talk about what I think is the difference here and some of the most common mistakes I see when people come to me and say that, hey, I'm losing weight, but I'm not getting lean. Without further ado, let's dive into it. I remember clearly, this is back in when I first started lifting, right? I initially went on a dirty bulk, put on like 40 pounds of almost all fat. And I was walking down the street to the gym. My friend is over here, I'm over here. My friend is way more experienced than me in lifting. And I told him like, hey, I've put on like this 40 pounds. I think I'm down to cut now and look aesthetic. And he looks at me and he smiles a little bit. And he's like, you have almost no muscle. What are you trying to cut down to? And he was 100% there. At that time, I was like, whoa, like a little bit rude, bro, but I recognized he was 100% right. Now let's talk about my background for a little bit. The only reason I got into this fitness journey was because I was so deeply insecure, right? I didn't like my face. I didn't like my physique. I had basically a non-existent dating life all throughout my life. No attention in elementary school, high school, college, right? And I was on all the dating apps and I was checking them like every 2 minutes. Oh, did I get a match? Did I get a message? Like, there's nothing there, bro. There's nothing there, you know? So I was trying to overcome this insecurity and scratch this itch by getting abs or getting like a sharp jawline. I was like, oh, if I get that, then my dating life will get better. Then girls will like me. So I was like trying to scratch this itch of insecurity with fitness, right? And ultimately, that's why I wanted results so quickly. That's why I was like, I did a little bit of a bulk, put on almost no muscle. Oh, I got to cut down now. I got to get abs now, right? And this leads me to the first mistake I see, which is that you don't have enough muscle to cut. If you only have like a teeny tiny bit of muscle, right, then all this fat that you have, even if it's not a lot of fat, you're gonna have to lose all of that before you can see like this teeny tiny bit of muscle. And guess what? That's not aesthetic. There's nothing aesthetic about the skinny, frail, weak-looking guy with abs, right? And that's ultimately the road you're going down if you haven't built enough muscle yet. Now, part of the issue here is, and this is partly what influenced me, was you see these posts online and say, oh, abs are only built in the kitchen, bro. If you want abs, just cut, bro. Forget about eating more. Just eat less, you'll get abs, bro. Like, take that thought, throw it out the window. All right, we don't listen to those people. Like, yes, if you just want abs, you could hypothetically not even exercise and just keep on losing weight. But again, we're going for that sexy aesthetic physique. And there's nothing sexy aesthetic about, excuse me, a frail, weak looking physique with almost no muscle, but you have abs, right? Like, no, it's not a good look, right? So these people are putting this standard on us, giving us horrible advice on walking that aesthetic path. And 99% of them giving that advice haven't even walked that path. All right. So don't listen to them. We know better. All right. Now, next point I want to talk about is with every single cut, even to this day, at this point, I have a decent foundation of muscle. I'm not huge by any means, but I have much more muscle than I did when I started. But even to this day, every single time I cut, I look smaller, I look softer. Like there's like this middle phase in a cut where you start to look worse because as you're losing weight, your arms are getting smaller, you're not looking as big, but also you still have a layer of fat on your stomach. So it's like with clothes, you're looking smaller. Without clothes, you still don't have abs. And the reason for that is that the average body fat distribution, at least for men, is you tend to store a lot of fat in your lower belly. That's also why you see like the beer belly, the classic beer belly, beer gut thing, right? So as like that stomach is where you'll lose fat last, and it's also unfortunately the place where you'll put on fat the fastest when you get back to bulking, right? So if you want to get leaner and actually get abs, you're just gonna have to stick with the process. You're gonna have to be patient, and then finally, when you're near the end of the cut, fat from there will start to fall off, right? So ultimately, the second mistake that I see is people just not being patient enough, and I've definitely made this mistake as well, right? Now, part of the issue here is our perceptions are skewed But what we see on social media where people will be like, oh yeah, I'm about to go on a cut, bro. And it's like week 1 of cut, woke up like this, LOL. And it's like a bathroom selfie and they're already looking shredded. Look, you can't compare yourself to people on social media for multiple reasons. I'll point out some of the biggest ones. One, some of them, the ones who are natural, who are actually, have built all their muscle naturally and such, they may have been training a lot longer than you. And the fact of the matter is that once you have enough muscle, even if you're 15% body fat, you can look absolutely aesthetic, right? People can have abs at 15 plus percent body fat if you have enough muscle, right? So you can't compare that to wherever you're at right now, right? That person has way more muscle than you, right? And now the second issue, this is more the unfortunate side of things, is drugs. Steroids are a big part of the fitness industry, right? Also just people lying, right? They're like, oh, woke up like this, LOL. And it's like a bathroom selfie, but it's actually a picture from like their last cut from a year ago, right? So again, these people are putting the standard on you to somehow make it seem like this is what you should be looking like. This is what your progression should look like. Like, no, okay? Your progression will be your own. And most likely it won't match some social media highlight reel, all right? So don't compare yourself to that. But again, ultimately, the second mistake I see is just not enough patience. The fat in the stomach will come off, but you gotta just trust the process and keep it moving, right? All right, man. Now, the last thing I wanna say, be kind to yourself throughout this process. This is not an easy journey that you are partaking on, but I truly believe this is gonna be one of the most worthwhile journeys of your life. Again, looking at my background, right? I was desperate for like these abs and the jawline and all that, just to scratch that itch of insecurity, just to try to get like some more matches on dating apps or try to improve my dating life otherwise, right? And I would have made a lot more progress had I just stayed calm and trusted the process. I wouldn't have constantly been like, oh, now I got to bulk, now I got to cut, now like I was switching between bulking and cutting like every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks sometimes, right? Because I was so insecure and so scared of putting on weight. Oh, I got to stay lean, brah. I gotta get the aesthetics, brah. You know, had I just taken a deep breath, relaxed, trusted the process, gone through the proper bulking and cutting phase, given it the time that it deserved, I honestly believe I would look twice as good as I look right now. I'm still proud of the physique I achieved, but I believe I could have made a lot more progress. And I'm hoping I can pass this advice on to you and you can make use of it to make twice the progress that I made in the same time, right? And ultimately, this is simple stuff. This fitness stuff, it gets overcomplicated. Oh, buy these 10 supplements to shred fat, whatever. Like, people overcomplicate it because there's money to be made in overcomplicating it. Because they can sell you a program. Oh, my program is the one that gives you the secret. There is no secret, right? This is simple stuff. Ultimately, it's like eating more calories if you're bulking, eating less calories if you want to cut, follow a good workout program, sleep enough. You're well on your way. Just follow the basics, right? And truly be kind to yourself throughout the process. This is a hard journey you've partaken on. A lot of people around you won't partake on this journey, right? So be proud of yourself every single day for showing up. And now I just want you to imagine for a second. Imagine you take this advice, you run with it, and your dating life is improving by the day, right? Now you have that sexy aesthetic physique and all your matches on dating apps are blowing up, and when you go out, you have confidence in yourself, right? Because not only because you look better, but also you're proud of yourself for achieving this hard to achieve goal. I want you to imagine that your self-esteem is improving by the day. Because again, you've achieved this hard to achieve goal, but also when you look in the mirror, you're looking in the mirror, looking at yourself. And you're like, damn, I look good. You're like, checking yourself out. Imagine that. And that's the path you're on. Hey, keep working hard. I know you can do it. But what I believe doesn't matter. Frankly, what you believe matters. So I hope you believe in yourself too. And that's all I got for this video. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Ultimately, I want this to be our positive little community where we help each other, support each other, and help each other get to the next level in life. So please come join the community. I'll leave my Instagram, TikTok somewhere here. Please do support there as well. Please do like, comment, subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Peace.